Good morning. It is that time of the week again. It's my late shift at work today, so I thought I'd get out for a morning run while the weather looks very good today. So, yeah, what was I going to talk about? I wasn't really sure. I was going to do a weird layering video, but I wanted a little bit more time to do the next one I have in mind. I kind of thought, well, it's the morning, it's early, and sometimes you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Other days you just wake up and you think, I can't wait for whatever you've got planned. It might be a birthday party, it might be a trip, it might be a holiday, anything like that. Other days it may just be you just feel a little bit low, maybe you've been under the weather, maybe work itself putting you down, and you're just not really in the mood. And I wanted to pick 5 fragrances that I think are really good for the morning time, whether that's because they kind of give a smell of the morning. So, I always think of mornings just like coffee, maybe some nice breakfast, and I'm going to try and get some fragrances that kind of replicate those sort of smells. And on the flip side, some fragrances that I just think are nice when you wake up, a little bit uplifting, and just get you feeling ready, a little bit more awake, ready for the day ahead, whether that's a good thing you've got planned or not so much. But what I wanted to do, I'm going to do the first one very quickly now, because this was the one that kind of inspired this idea essentially. So yeah, it's going to be 5 different ones today, all around different price ranges, different brands. Some I've owned, some I've smelled, some that I've never owned before, but they sound very interesting. And trying to cater for everyone here, men, women, old and young. So yeah, we'll talk about this one first. The first one I've got here is actually a Zara fragrance. So there's going to be 2 Zara fragrances in this video today. This one I've owned, the other one I've smelled. Well, obviously I own this one because I've got it in my hand. It is this one. It's Zara Ultra Gitch 004. Yes, Zara Ultra Gitch #004, I believe. Now this smells of a strawberry cream pastry. That's what it's meant to do. It's got one synthetic molecule in it, which is meant to replicate that smell, and it literally does. It smells like a strawberry cream sort of filled eclair. That's eclairs. I'm not saying you should eat those ones for breakfast particularly, but that pastry smell, I always think of croissants and stuff in the morning, and that's why I picked this one. It really does have this, spray it again just to get a smell, really natural smell of, obviously not natural, but a real realistic smell, I should say, of pastry. It's bizarre. I've never smelled anything that smells of pastry as much as this one. It almost smells like you literally have doused pastry cream all over your body, and it is literally like the real thing, not a fragrance. But yes, it's very nice. It's very intriguing. It's one of the most intriguing fragrances I've tried in the last year, but I think this is nice. It's a little bit more sweet. You're not going to really want to wear it for a workout or anything like that in particular, but it does smell strong, gourmand. It's a very much modern type of fragrance, but some people may find it too realistic. For me, I love it. It really, really intrigues me. There's nothing out there I think smells like this one. If you like that smell of strawberry cream pastry, which I think is a morning thing, then yeah, Zara Dystopia Ultra Bitch #004 is your fragrance. Keep an eye on this, because Zara discontinue fragrances. I'm not sure how much you can still get this on their website. You can definitely get it online on retailers like eBay, for example. But yeah, let's head outside. I've got 4 more to do, and we'll go through all of them during my run. Well, speaking of eclairs, I feel like I've eaten an eclair this morning with how heavy I feel. My breakfast was very bizarre today. I had a tin of tuna, 6 mini satay skewers, a yoghurt that had dates and crave. I love crave cereal. They like little chocolate pillows. 2 oranges, and what else did I have? Oh, half a pint of coconut milk, if not more. So it's all just jiggling around in my body. But anyway, stop moaning. I need a fragrance that's going to uplift me, in this strawberry cream pastry one. Zara Dystopia 004 Ultra Bitch, whatever it's called. It's too long a name. Certainly is that. But we're going to go on to the second one now. So the second fragrance we're going to go for is one that's a little bit more probably in line with what you might want in the morning. Something fresh to get you ready for the day and feel clean. Because a lot of people obviously in the morning will have a shower before they go on to work. So I thought I'd go on to the second Zara one. And it's called Zara Soul, like the place Soul. And it's really nice. I smelled this one the other day when actually I was in London. And it smells a little bit like a Cool Water. So Cool Water Wave, which has actually got quite expensive to be honest these days. It's like £33. This one's about, I want to say £18-19 at most. And it smells exactly the same. Look, Cool Water Wave's not the longest fragrance either. It's a flanker of the original Davidoff Cool Water. But this one, Zara Soul, it's just nice. It's basically a more youthful interpretation of the original Cool Water, which is a bit more of like a dark, well not dark, but deep sea sort of smell for me. The greener fragrance, more spicy fragrance. Cool Water Wave leans a little bit more aquatic and just a bit more youthful, a bit more juvenile. And that's what this one is. It's a very juvenile scent, but it's refreshing, because if you might go for a run like I am this morning, go to the gym, whatever, it's a bit of a dumb reach, and that's why it works really well for mornings. Uplifting, whatever you're up to. You might be really tired, you know, you got a busy day ahead, whatever, or you might have said just be on the move, bit of a morning rush. It'll do every single job you want for a good price. So yeah, Zara Soul, really good one, and I almost bought it the other day. The only reason I didn't is because I didn't have a bag, but it will be on my list soon. I'm sure in the near future you'll see a fitness range review for that one. I'm planning to go a little bit more incremental on price here, and the third one was around £31, and it's a fragrance I've never owned and never smelled myself, but it appealed to me when I was sort of looking up phrases that I think I'd associate with the morning, and the first thing I thought was tea and coffee. And I thought, well, I know a lot of coffee phrases, which we'll get onto one in a minute, but I don't know many tea ones, and this one came up straight away, and it's called Cause. I think the brand's pronounced Cause, and my only experience with this is me and my brother got my dad like a tea tree face cream, and it really improved his skin. It was in Liberty in London, so it's obviously a well-known brand and a quality brand, but this phrase is called white tea. Now it is marketed for women, and when you look at the notes, they are more feminine notes. I think there's a bit of jasmine in there, it's musk. I think it's going to have that very light floral touch, which you associate more with women's fragrances, a bit more powdery. But the fact it had white tea in it just really appealed to me. I think if you're a gentleman who just wants something that smells like clean washing, I don't think you can go really wrong with this one. I think it would be pretty safe, but you do need to have that small feminine side to you, which I absolutely fine. I like floral fragrances, and I wouldn't feel weird wearing this one at all, because the notes aren't divisive in it, but it's definitely one for women, this. And again, a good price. It's not a brand many people know, and some people like that. Some people like the thought of smelling not just mainstream all the time, but easy to put off, pleasant smell, which can be a talking point. Someone says to you, oh, what's that one? Oh, it's called white tea. Oh, what's that brand? And they say, oh, I don't know that one. You've already got into a conversation there, and it's for a good price. I think this is a good quality fragrance, just judging by people's comments on it. And again, I love tea in the morning. A cup of tea in the morning gets your day started. I don't normally have just normal breakfast tea anymore. I normally have things like turmeric, but I don't think I'd want to wear turmeric as a fragrance that early in the morning. So yeah, I think this one would be fine to wear in the gym or anything like that. And yeah, just a little bit of a different brand for you to keep an eye on if you're someone who wants to try something a little bit different. Okay, probably the most popular drink people have in the morning used to be tea. Now in the UK, it's definitely coffee. And there was two fragrances here. One's kind of a flanker of the original, but I think I'll mention them both. And it's from Montal. You'll know these ones. Intense Cafe. And I believe the other one's pronounced Ristretto Intense Cafe. And that's actually a more darker coffee from what I've read on the comments. It's a more intense, more bold version of the original, but the original has elements of rose in it, and it's kind of like a nice milky coffee, I believe, from what people have said. Almost that feeling of walking into a coffee shop. Now, I've had Double Espresso by Fragrance World. I've tried their coffee collection line, which you would have seen in my reviews if you haven't. They do like Irish coffee, caramel macchiato, and they're like your lower range prices, but they're very high quality. This one though is a little bit more expensive. You know, you're aiming north of £70 on a lot of the websites, but I think it's very high quality. I think a lot of people say it does replicate that smell. And again, in the fragrance world today, people like gourmand scents, and this just feels like a really nice gourmand fragrance that has lasted the test of time. It's probably Montal's most popular. From my experience with Montal as a brand, although I've not smelled this fragrance particularly, they're strong, they're really strong. Sweet Arabian Dream, it lasts for days, weeks even, and they've got some vanilla ones. I remember they have greedy chocolate greedy, they're going to last 3, 4, 5 days. So yeah, for that reason I think Montal Intense Cafe will give you that kind of coffee hit in the morning without the caffeine, which for some people is probably a good thing. Right, time to go on to the last one. The fifth and final one I'm going to add as a perfect morning fragrance, and probably for me, out of all the ones I've picked here, this might be the one I'd go to the most. Now, the annoying thing with this, the price seems to be going up on it quite a lot. I remember when my brother had this one, I've not owned it myself, but I've smelled it numerous times. You were talking £40-45. You're talking mid-60s to 70 now, but I still think it's absolutely worth it. And I'm sure on eBay you can get this one unboxed, probably nearer that price range anyway. And it's Prada Amber Pour On. And look, you could have gone Prada on with this one, that very recognisable iris. But for me, what Prada Amber is like a really nice luxury soap. And I think that's what Prada fragrances really did give off. They give off this clean, soapy vibe. And this one definitely does. Look, it's for men, this fragrance. But men and women can pull this one off. There's a slight element of spice, I would say, in this. But it's all about luxury soap. Very clean, very refreshing, very refined. And it just lifts you, you know, as much as I like Zara Soul, which is that cheap one that we mentioned earlier, it smells a bit like cool water. This one smells like you've put a real effort in. You really make an effort to make yourself smell high quality. That's a bit of a tongue twister there. And I think that's what this one's really good for. You know, particularly if you're going on to work in the day, I think this one will certainly leave a good impression. It's so inviting, so easy to put off. It's got good performance, doesn't smell synthetic. But also if you're doing things like this, going outside running, it's never heavy, you know, whatever you're doing, I think it just kind of sets your day up right. And, you know, even if you don't have time to do your hair or do whatever, it's so easy just to throw this one on. And I think you'll instantly feel better. Good performance, you know, longevity's probably better than its projection on this one. But if people are near you, they'll notice it. It's one of them in your scent bubble. This is a great fragrance. It's one that, again, I really need to get because it's so good. It's so good. I like the bottle on it. And I just think the fragrance, it's just got that Prada DNA, which is doing so well. And I think will continue to do well. Hence why it's brought out Versace. And I'm hoping they can maybe add a bit of that soapy cleanness DNA to that Versace, a bit more bold, brash, and see what they come up with. But for now, Prada Amber Pour On, for me, is the perfect morning scent. I'd rather smell clean than smell like a cup of coffee or a pastry, but I still think those ones, particularly this pastry one at the moment on my run, is feeling okay. So that is it for today, and yeah, I'm going to kind of throw the question back at you now. Not necessarily a specific fragrance, but what note do you like in the morning? What's the thing that you think, when I get up in the morning, first thing, whether it's a good or a bad day, you know, something stressful, something fun you're doing, what's the choice you go for? Does it change based on the things you're doing? For me, I'm always going to say I definitely prefer that clean, fresh smell, because it just makes you feel like you made a bit of an effort. You've not woken up on the wrong side of the bed, and it just gets you in a good mood. I find those sort of lighter scents do make you feel a bit happy, particularly if you're going out for a run on a nice day like today. I prefer that maybe rather than the sort of heavier, sweeter gourmand scents which are becoming so popular today. But if there's any fragrances you can recommend me to try, that'd be great. I think actually as well, Fougere fragrances are really good, that sort of shaving cream barbershop smell. And Core's white tea, which we spoke about earlier, definitely has a bit of oat moss in. And oat moss, I think, is a great note for first thing in the morning as well. As long as it's not too heavy, too aggressive, that one's really great, because it smells like a nice clean shaving cream, almost like a eucalyptus shower gel, anything like that. That clean, minty, fresh, because of course you normally brush your teeth, I hope you do, in the morning, and minty scents I think would be another good option for a morning time fragrance. Yeah, let me know which ones you like, any specific fragrances you particularly go for, whatever you're up to, and yeah, hopefully I can add them to my collection and give my thoughts on them as well at some point. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today. I'm struggling with this, got to save a bit of energy though, because it's a 10 o'clock finish at work tonight, so yeah, let's get going anyway, and hopefully see you some more videos soon.